Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Flying with OverKill, DCS World AV8-B Harrier. And tonight we are going to be taking a look at the AGM-65 Echo or laser-guided Maverick missile. We're going to be using the targeting pod to emit the laser signal, and then obviously use our Maverick to employ on that signal. So first thing we do, let's go ahead and put us into an active pause for a minute while we get set up. So, coming down below, we obviously want to be in air-to-ground mode. Make sure our master arm is set. Let me pull some speed back. That's why she's doing this. Anyway. So, air-to-ground mode, master arm set. Next thing we want to do is we're going to come up here to code. And you can see that in nav, the code isn't there. When we go to air-to-ground mode, we can now see the code button, box the code, and we're going to pick our laser code. Now, here's what's cool about this. We're going to type 1653, just make something different. Go enter. Okay. And then, oh, here, box it first. Now hit enter. And then what we're going to do is come down to our Mavericks. So go to our storage page, go to our Maverick, and you can see it has automatically changed the code for the Maverick. And if we come over here to the T-Pod, so go menu, T-Pod, go standby. You can see the targeting pod has also set its code to 1653. So by doing it through the EHSD, you actually change the codes of both the munitions and your targeting pod. So from here, it's actually really easy to use, which is nice. So just like before, we're going to go into our EHSD. We're going to select our desired waypoint, in our case, waypoint 3, and we're going to designate it as our target area. Come back to our storage page. You can see the LMAV is still selected. Now what we need to do is we need to hit safe here, make sure the laser is armed, and make sure it's not in a training situation. We want to make sure it says laser. Alright, from here we can zoom in on our target. Let's come out of the wide field of view and go into narrow. And actually we can come out of the active pause now, smooth things out a bit. Zoom around or pan around till we find a target. There we go. Let's grab this guy. Oh, forgive me, I still have to iron out those slew controls. Now we can hit sensor select aft short, so less than half a second, and we'll get into, oh no, that put me into, yep, I hit the wrong one. And I'll tell you why this happened. So the reason why this happened, let's go back into T-Pod, is I did not set the T-Pod as our sensor of interest or control. So we need to sensor select down twice. Now we see T-Pod, and now we see T-Pod down here. And now we can hit sensor select aft short, and it will switch between area and point track. Alright, so let's go ahead and see if we can get a point track on this guy. We're still a little far out, so that may be an issue here. Let me see if we can zoom in at all. No, not yet. Alright, so not a big deal there. And let's see here. We are still 21 miles out, so let's go ahead and speed up time a bit. And our autopilot shut off again. I hate the autopilot in this thing. I really do. And I don't know why. It never seems to work for me, at least well. Alright, so we'll go ahead and retrack here. Okay, and just sort of leave the targeting pod on there. Now since our autopilot's off already, we want to do a slight descent to the target. We want to try to keep it as close to bore sight as possible. I'm going to hit my cage uncage button to get the Maverick searching. So when the X starts flying left to right, as you can see there, it is searching for the laser code. Oh, I don't know if I'm just rusty because I haven't flown her in a while or what. Now, you can see we still have T-Pod here, which means we can still control the slew, so we can adjust it as needed. Now, I'm going to zoom out a bit because as we get closer, it's going to take a second. And then now we want to hit fire. And you can see our target is acquired, and we can rifle. And now we must maintain track of our target. This is not fire and forget. We must keep the laser on the target until the missile impacts. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom out a bit further. Yeah, that's a bit too much. I'm going to pitch down just a bit. There you go. Now we got the point track, so the TGP will remain locked on that target. And now we just wait for the magic. You can see that flashing L means the laser is firing. And there's our shack. So now let's turn off our laser. We can hit our undesignate button. And let's go ahead and come around one more time. I'm going to hit my undesignate button again. That way we recenter the TGP. Whoa, baby. Whoa, baby. Gosh, I'm just all over the place tonight. I think it's just getting late. Let's trim her out. She's got an asymmetrical load. She's not liking it. We're trimmed really nose high, and I'm not sure why. Flaps were in the... Yeah, why are we trimmed so high? What is going on here? Like, I am really having to trim the crap out of it. I'm not sure what happened there. We're trimmed high, and we're trimmed very hard left. And I barely touched it. Interesting. Alright, well, we got her stabilized again, so let's go ahead and extend. I'm going to extend to about 15 miles, then we'll turn back around. That's close enough. Let's go ahead and bring her in. Now, this is where it gets tough to manipulate everything, so hopefully we don't fall out of the sky. I'm going to go EHSD, undesignate and redesignate. Try to trim her out to a decent climb here. For the moment. Alright, and then now we'll go ahead and get back to our stores page. You can see the Maverick is still selected. Let me reset my view here. Not sure what's going on there either. I feel very far away from it. Alright. The TGP is currently masked, which is fine. But we'll bring her around. Still got a ways to turn. Alright, so the target area is back in sight of the TGP. Let's sort of level her back in here. Okay, see, the autopilot won't fight me today. Okay, so now let's go ahead and zoom in again. Actually, something doesn't seem right, does it? Let's zoom way out here. There they are. Alright, so now let's pick a different target. Let's zoom in. I've got to figure out these slew controls. They're just a mess right now. Alright, close enough. And so same thing as before. Let's see, what's our distance? 12 miles. Let's go ahead and fire the laser. You can see the laser's firing. Let's go ahead and hit our cage uncage button. Maverick is searching. I'm going to come off my autopilot. Start gentle pitch down, nothing crazy. I just want to make sure that the laser stays within the field of view. You can see the laser's firing here as well. Sometimes the nice thing about laser code is we'll pick the laser code up before a TV guided Maverick will lock up. So we'll see, but it's looking like it's about to be about the same. There you go. Target locked. Rifle. Trim the aircraft back out. The Harrier really feels the pinch of asymmetrical loads. Really feels it. We've gone into point track, so we can zoom way out if we want. TGP is not going anywhere. Once you get that box around that you see here, the TGP is going to stay focused on that location. So at that point you can zoom out. You don't have to worry about whether the TGP is going to lose contact, as long as you keep it within the TGP's field of view inside the gimbal limits and don't mask the laser. We should get a shack any second now. And there it is. Boom. Alright guys, and so that is the basic principles of, and that's the other thing, by the way, your undesignated button will disengage the laser. So tap it once, turns the laser off, tap it again, centers your TGP. Anyways, that is the basics of using the AGM-65E laser guided air-to-ground missile. Now, if you have a buddy or a JTAC or something lasing the target, the process is the exact same. You just don't have to worry about the TGP being the one firing the laser. You can skip the part where we hit fire laser, but you still set the laser code just like you normally would. Now you can do it directly from the LMAV screen. So if we hit LMAV, you can hit code here and change it here as well. But the nice thing about the EHSD, and actually I think it does it for both, so let's go check something here real quick while we're doing this together. Let's go to stores, and if we wanted to change the code, make sure code is selected, and if we did 16, let's do 55. Oh, doesn't like that. What did I do? Let's try that again. 1655, there we go, and press enter. Get 1655 there and 1655 there, so it changes both automatically. So pretty handy there. It's nice to, one spot to take care of all your laser codes. But anyway, as always guys, if you enjoyed it, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps me out quite a bit. Thank you for the views, and as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.